Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This morning we're going to be bringing you the live coverage for the state funeral for the late former Governor Diego Tenorio Benavente. Now, we are not at the scene where we are right now. Is going to be coordinating this live footage that we have, thanks to the folks over at Northern Marianas College. They are going to be out there for us as well. They're going to be starting their broadcast here in just a few minutes, but we should be able to hear the roar of the motorcycles going by before anything. The former governor will be passing, or former lieutenant governor will be passing us with the motorcycles leading the way, and a lot of memories in tow. Again, as somber as this moment is, it's buoyed by the zest for life that Diego Benavente had, and even the way he chose to go out, if you will, and just not taking all those treatments and weakening his body just for extra time, but being able to spend time and celebrate with his friends and with his family, and all the way into his final days. I think this is more of a celebration of the life and the service from our former governor, or lieutenant governor, sorry. Someone that we've gotten to know quite a bit over the years, and his family. And, I got to work with Vicky when we were at PIC together. Got to see her do some great work when she was with the Marianas Visitors Authority. And then she continues to support the tourism efforts of the CNMI through the My Wave Club. And I got to work with her son, James, when I was working with the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation, and to see what a fine young man they raised in him. He's a talented engineer, cares about the Commonwealth. He worked very hard with us during the aftermath of Super Typhoon Sodalor. I know it's going back a little bit, 10 years ago now. Many late nights, almost overnights, working in that office in the water division over there at CUC, and playing basketball with them, and seeing them compete in all kinds of different sports out here as well. Our late friend Diego, he passed knowing that he raised a great family, and he leaves behind a great legacy of community service. And I don't believe I've ever heard anyone say an ill word about him. He's just a good person and a good man, and again, a community servant. And that's one thing that you could salute to folks who have served our Commonwealth for decades, or whether just one term, that their interest in making the place where they live better through their service, it can never be questioned. And so today, again, I think is not so much of a day for tears for the loss of someone who had such a big impact in our Commonwealth, as it is a day to celebrate that we've had somebody here who cared this much, somebody that meant so much to our community. Now, we have a little bit of time before the procession goes by, and before the ceremony starts, the official state funeral. It's more of a government function than the actual mass. If you have any comments, if you've got anything you want to say, you can make a call now. We could take your call for it if you want. The number for the studio here is 789-2323, 670-789-2323. Now, you can call on WhatsApp. You don't have to worry about long distance charges if you're here locally. But this is about the time. We'll be ready to throw to the main feed when it happens, but this will be it. This is your chance to be able to say something before we kick over, because it'll be coming soon. But what a day it is, and wow, this is going to be a lot of mixed emotions. This is somebody who, again, was well loved here in the Commonwealth. and this is our chance to do our part. So, good memories. We spoke about this quite a bit about what's your lasting memory of our late governor. I think that really, for me, it is just seeing him and Vicky dancing and smiling like they were just newlyweds. I think that's etched into my memory. That's my lasting memory of them. All right. Well, here we go. It looks like we're going to be having the, looks like they're getting ready. And we spoke with the team from NMC, and they were really waiting for the first folks to reach the old AK intersection. It was just off to my left. The booklet is really something. If you haven't seen it, it'll be something that we can, post for you, so you'll be able to share it. Yeah. No, I thank you guys for tuning in for this today. Sharing this moment. And what a year for our Commonwealth. We've got 2 state funerals in the same year. Lose 2 of our leaders, 2 of the folks who have helped shape what our Commonwealth would be for decades. That's a heck of a start to the year. Can scroll through and start to show you some of the booklet. There's so many pages to it. But they put some great work into this. You'll see, we'll post this link into the comment section so that you can download it yourself and you can watch it on your own. And we can read this message from the family. This is from the family. It says, "We, the family of the Honorable Diego Roman Tenorio Benavente, offer our heartfelt gratitude to all who have reached out with prayers, condolences, and words of comfort during this time of great loss. In these past few days, we have been deeply moved by the outpouring of love and respect from across the Marianas and Micronesia. The calls, visits, written tributes, and quiet gestures of care have reminded us of how cherished Diego was throughout our islands. Your support has strengthened us and affirmed the lasting bonds he built with the people he devoted his life to serving. Throughout his more than 3 decades of public service, Diego dedicated himself wholeheartedly to the people of the islands. He approached every responsibility with humility and purpose, always striving to uplift the community he loved. While he accomplished much, it was his gentleness, sincerity, and genuine connection with people that defined his true legacy. He listened, he cared, and he served with unwavering heart. From our family to yours, si Deus Masi, Gilisao, and thank you for surrounding us with love, prayer, and support during this time. Your kindness honors Diego's memory and brings us peace. With deepest gratitude, Ms. Vicky Benavente and the family of the Honorable Diego Roman Tenorio Benavente. I'm checking your comments as well, and Peeling is here saying he was not a man of outstanding knowledge of the political system, but a man of knowledge and love to the sports world. One of the CNMI's greatest baseball catchers. He's also one of the CNMI's greatest catchers of fish. Have you ever been to Diego's Fish Mart? I love this collection of family photos that they've got as well. There he is as a catcher. He's a great family man. There's James. Yeah, he was lieutenant governor when I first came to the CNMI. And we'll read this here from this is the booklet. The Honorable Diego Roman Tenorio Benavente was a pillar of the Commonwealth, whose life was a testament to the selfless service and unwavering dedication to the people of the Northern Mariana Islands. He held the high office of the 6th Lieutenant Governor, faithfully serving alongside Governor Juan Nikai Babalta during the pivotal term from January 2002 to January 2006. He previously served with great distinction across multiple terms in the CNMI House of Representatives, where he was first elected in 1989. His legislative peers recognized his acumen and leadership by electing him Speaker of the House of Representatives for 3 consecutive terms in the 9th, 10th, and 11th CNMI legislatures, serving in this high office from January 1994 to January 2000. He also held the role of Vice Speaker during the 8th legislature. During his tenure in the executive branch as Lieutenant Governor, he oversaw critical initiatives, including chairing the Solid Waste Task Force that successfully implemented the closure of the outdated Puerto Rico dump and the opening of a modern sanitary landfill. He was also instrumental in promoting the environmental stewardship by spearheading the ban on commercial net fishing in the Saipan Lagoon to safeguard the Commonwealth's vital reef fish populations. In his extensive career in public service, both in the legislature and in the executive branch, he consistently championed legislation and policies centered on natural resources, environmental conservation, banking and finance, and federal relations. He was widely respected for his principled leadership and his unwavering commitment to the integrity of governance. Even after his elected service, he remained a dedicated public advocate, focusing on public education and offering his counsel to the government. Born on April 21, 1959 on the island of Saipan, Lieutenant Governor Benavente carried the values of his upbringing through his studies at Mount Carmel School and the College of Southern Idaho. His thoughtful, analytical mind, honed through his technical education, was a rare and valuable gift he brought to every challenge. On November 20th, 2025, his service on Earth drew to a close, yet the echoes of his contributions remain imprinted upon the laws and the very landscape of the Northern Mariana Islands. Well written. The team from NMC won't be as big today as it had been for Governor Palacios, but they will have, plenty of the team in place. They won't have all the same views and all the same angles as folks coming in as last time. Again, they don't have as many folks. The CNMI is in quite a different place financially right now as well, but they are going to bring a great deal to it, and we're very thankful for them. So we're looking at getting started with the ceremonies at 9 o'clock. Should take about an hour, and then moving on to Mount Carmel. And we'll bring you through the rest. Again, we'll have the viewing, the last respects, then the massive Christian burial. Then the family and the entire procession will move up north. And former Lieutenant Governor is going to join our late governor in the Marpy Public Cemetery. Here's the breakdown of what's going to happen for our ceremony, our state funeral. 9 o'clock, presentation of colors, remarks from Governor Apatang. The second remarks he's going to have to deliver as the governor in a state funeral in just a handful of months. More great pictures. On their way up to Marpy, they are going to take the late former Lieutenant Governor past Smiling Cove one last time as well. Take him past the marina. Maybe spark some fear into some fish, thinking that their great foe might be coming back for them again. And I could see in there peeling saying, "Our Benavente family will miss him dearly, but for sure he will never be forgotten. I consider him one of my favorite and caring uncles to be around with, always a welcoming feeling with laughter and happiness, and with his presence to family and friends." Geez, look how young they look in that one. And here's the governor's message and the lieutenant governor. They say, "With heavy hearts and solemn reverence, we join the entire Commonwealth in mourning the passing of the Honorable Diego Tenorio Benavente, a steadfast public servant, a respected leader, and a dedicated son of the Northern Mariana Islands. We acknowledge his considerable legacy and his decades of service marked by honor and unwavering commitment. Lieutenant Governor Benavente's 3 decades in public life were a profound testament to the principle that public office is a trust held solely for the common good. He was always grounded in humility and guided by an unwavering moral compass, driven by the belief that a better future was possible for every family in our islands. From his influential tenure as a 3-term Speaker of the House, a period that showcased his acumen, to his dedicated service as the 6th Lieutenant Governor, his resolve remained unbreakable. We recall his quiet strength and determined spirit, which he utilized to improve the quality of life for all. His efforts included the advancement of key environmental policies for the Saipan Lagoon and the modernization of. To his devoted wife, Vicky Benavente, and the entire Benavente family, we extend our sincerest sympathies. We share in the grief of the Commonwealth and stand with you in this difficult hour. Your love and support provided the essential foundation for his life of service. We share in the sorrow of your loss and pray that the countless memories of his character, loyalty, and kindness offer comfort during this difficult time. Through his service on earth, though his service on earth has concluded, the integrity and dedication he exhibited remain an enduring standard for leadership in the Commonwealth. It is imprinted upon the laws he shaped, the infrastructure he championed, and the spirit of dignity he inspired across generations. May the late Lieutenant Governor Diego Tenorio Benavente find eternal peace in the house of our Lord God. Tarung na respeto, ginifli Zanguanaiza, Governor Apateng and Lieutenant Governor Mendiola. Also have a letter from our representative in D.C., who knew the governor well. Kimberlyn King Hines says, "Dear family, friends, and loved ones of our late Diego Tenorio Benavente, while the sadness of Diego's passing is immense, I find comfort in knowing that even toward the end of his life, he chose to spend his time in the way that reflected who he truly was. He continued doing what he loved, in the places and with the people that grounded him. That choice and the spirit behind it is something I believe will inspire many in the years to come." I can hear I could see the motorcade going behind us now. You can hear the motorcycles as they pass by. The procession moving behind us now. Now we'll continue. Diego lived with conviction and passion. His public service was only one part of a life filled with generosity, courage, and devotion to his family and community. Each of you holds memories of him as a father, grandfather, brother, husband, colleague, and friend. And I hope those moments bring you comfort, strength, and even joy as you remember him. To his siblings, to his children, Jake, Diana, James, Dolores, and Danielle, and to his wife, Vicky, and his grandchildren, thank you for the love and support you gave him throughout his life. You allowed him to continue being the steady presence and example that so many of us admired. I will hold my memories of Diego close to my heart. The leader, the public servant, the businessman, the fisher, the athlete, a man whose life legacy will continue to guide and uplift our islands. With deepest sympathy, Kimberlyn King Hines. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know we are just moments away and we can see flying overhead procession now making its way down Beach Road, past the Added Gym, now past the courthouse. And now getting ready to turn into the parking lot at the multipurpose. We're going to bring this to you in its entirety. Thankfully, we've got the stream from Northern Marianas College. It really is great that our college here has this kind of a feed, or that has this kind of ability to do that. Our late former lieutenant governors now coming into the parking space here right out in front of the multi-purpose center for the last time. Of course, the multi-purpose center now is going to be home to the Christmas Village that the lighting got postponed to prepare for this event. Members of the CNMI Color Guard taking their positions. Ready to bring our friend Diego inside. And there she is. There's Diego's bride, Vicky. Victoria, the name of every fishing boat they had. And you can see Vicky waving to all the supporters on the other side, waiting to make their way in as well. I know there are many professionals who cover these sorts of events, and just by frequency alone, they can get a little calloused over with some of these emotions, but that has not happened to me yet. The CNMI's Color Guard, you've got folks from Fish and Wildlife, Corrections, customs, biosecurity, fire, DPS, marshals, CPA. And the state funeral is just moments away, folks, as they're bringing Diego into the multipurpose center now. They're bringing him in. He's leading the family delegation. Yeah, there's Ron Benavente. There's Governor Apatang making his way in just behind the family. Lieutenant Governor Mendiola coming in now as well. There's Pete Tuai, the Sergeant at Arms. Let me turn this down, the music, one moment.
Live stream. On behalf of the Honorable Governor David M. Apatang and Honorable Lieutenant Governor Dennis James C. Mendiola, we welcome all dignitaries, off-island guests, and members of the community to the state funeral. If you haven't already, please rise as we receive the casket of our former Lieutenant Governor Diego Roman Tudela Benavente, a loving husband, wonderful father and grandfather, devoted public servant, beloved son of the Marianas. Please remain standing for the posting of colors by the CNMI Honor and Color Guard, followed by the singing of the United States and CNMI Anthem by the DPS Blues.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Itanong yalong kasi nagay gitanoon. Adonai Sepel Saga Malago. Taon di abay uhano, by fought to
Thank you to the CNMI Honor and Color Guard and DPS Blues. I now welcome our Governor, David Mundo Apatang, to the stage for the solemn morning remarks on behalf of the people of the Commonwealth.
Good morning. Buenos dias. Hapude Santiro. Our culture and traditions as Chamorros and Carolinian long recognize that we grieve with our community for the loss of a family member. This culture and tradition are dear in our hearts, and it has survived our tradition from a very small community in our beginning after the war to our present-day Commonwealth. Ms. Vicky Iriarte Benavente and children of our beloved late former Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands and former Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature, please know that you have us to support you in this very difficult time. We agree with you and continue to pray for your strength this time of your loss. On behalf of the people of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, Lieutenant Governor Dennis Vindiola and I extend our sincere condolences to you and your family. The Commonwealth lost a member of her family who worked very hard to make our Commonwealth a great place to live and work for everyone. Si Señor Honorable Diego Tenorio Benavente worked more than half of his life, most of it in the public sector. Throughout his public career, he served in various capacities, most notably as the Speaker of the House of Representatives and as a Lieutenant Governor of a great Commonwealth. He was a board member and chair of the board of the Pacific Islands Development Bank, where he made tremendous contributions to increase its finances, strength, and solidify its viability in addition to representing the CNMI. He served as an ambassador for the FSM, advocating for shared goals. We will miss a great statesman, son of our Northern Mariana Islands, whose name is well known in our Commonwealth, and a dear friend who worked to the end. You know, the life of an elected official is unlike others, where at the end of the day, one goes home and leaves the issue of the day at the office, and as elected representative and lieutenant governor, I am sure he brought home his work 7 days a week. That took strength and enormous effort, and for that, I say, Sijus Monsi Gilisao Dego, for being the loyal public servant that our Commonwealth expected of you. The work you undertook and the sacrifices you made were not easy. Dego, you are now in our Father's home. We will pray for you. Jesus Masi, Gilisao, and thank you for your contributions to keep our Commonwealth safe, a pleasant place to live and work, and being a loud voice of our people in our nation, Congress, and White House. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Benavente, from the people of the Commonwealth. We will miss you very much. Undangkaluna si Dus Masit.
Thank you, Governor Apatang. As Lieutenant Governor, the late Diego Benavente devoted his life to the service of our people and our Commonwealth. We are honored to have with us today numerous local and regional leaders and associations who have come to pay their respects, express their gratitude, and honor his legacy. I'd like to invite, for the final gesture of gratitude and respect, Governor David M. Apatang and Lieutenant Governor Dennis C. Mendiola. Representing our island neighbor of Guam and a good friend of the Benaventes, we now welcome the Honorable Governor of Guam, Lou Leon Guerrero, who will be sharing a few words with us.
Half a day. Buenas, Entero. It is a very sad day for the people of Guam, also for the people of the CNMI. As we come to bid our final farewell to such a great man as Diego. Many things have been said and also true. But Diego has contributed not just to the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas, he's contributed a lot to Guam, to the FSM, to Palau, to the RMI, our region here in Micronesia. He has, with political mind, through the Association of the Pacific Island Legislators, and through the Pacific Island Development Bank, with his mind, with his capacity, his competence, his intelligence, and his acumen, lifted and made a difference in many of the lives of our Micronesian brothers and sisters. In policies with healthcare, in policies with education, in policies with housing, in policies with safety, in policies with family peace. And his financial also contributions, where he has given through his influential deliberations and debates during the PIDB meetings, given many of our people the opportunities to be successful in their businesses, the opportunities to send their children to go to school, the opportunities for housing for our people. This is the kind of man that I have known in Diego. And Diego also lives with laughter and joy, and I was at his party and he was dancing, thinking many good things, talking many good things, and he has lived his life fully and certainly very courageous and brave. So on behalf of the people of Guam, I would like to say, Undongklan na sa Diyos maasi, Diego, todo ni bidamo para una lamolik inilalata ahia ti esti CNMI lo todo gimay kunisha. Vicky, si Jesus Masi, todo ni sacrificio ani familia para un no iham tiempo para ben fanhami en si Diego man matsotso para iminalik kita nota gini san iminalik i tautauta para tana hat sa mas i qualidad i familiata. Si Deus mas todo ni un naiham ni tempo ni lugar para penfandanya en si Diego. So it is with great sadness that we say our last farewell. But here we are together celebrating the new life of our friend Diego up in heaven. Diego, aday natun na malik hogan no gilangit za ta'man han lokwe man hita ta'lu. Si Zeus Masi. I would like to present also, and I would like to ask the Speaker of our Guam Legislature to join me in presenting the certificate of condolences presented to the family of Diego Tenorio Benavente.
At this time, we call House Speaker Edmund S. Villagomez of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature, House of Representatives, to come forward. And at this time, we ask all representatives of the House to please rise. Thank you. We now call Senate President Carl R. King Neighbors of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature Senate to come forward. And we ask all senators present to please rise. Thank you, Senators. We now call Speaker Vinnie Juan Sablon of the 19th CNMI Youth Congress to come forward, and we ask all members of the Youth Congress to please rise. Thank you, members. To pay their respects, we now call upon Chief Justice Alex C. Castro of the NMI Supreme Court and Presiding Judge Robert C. Naraha of the NMI Superior Court. We also invite all judges of the CNMI Judiciary present to please rise in gesture of honor. Joining them in tribute is Chief Judge Ramona V. Manglonia of the U.S. District Court of the Northern Mariana Islands. Thank you, judges. On behalf of the Federated States of Micronesia Consul General, I'd like to call upon Acting Consul General to the FSM Consulate from Guam, Johnny Silbanes, and Special Assistant to the Office of the President, Jack Harris. Thank you. At this time, we welcome the Mayor of Saipan, Ramon Blas Camacho, the Mayor of Tinian and Aguiguan, Edwin P. Odon, the Mayor of Rhoda, Audrey M. Hokok, and Valentino Taisaken, Mayor of the Northern Islands, to present a joint plaque. Thank you, Mayors. On behalf of the municipalities of the CNMI, I'd like to also invite Marian Tadella, Chairwoman of the Saipan Municipal Council, Joseph Santos, Chairman of the Tinian Municipal Council, and Jonathan Lizama, Chairman of the Municipal Council of Rhoda. Thank you. We now welcome the CNMI Camerale Association, Inc., led by President Mr. Owen Chali May, and members of the association to come forward and offer their respects. We now welcome the Pacific Islands Development Bank, led by Governor Lou Leon Guerrero and including Governor David Apatang, Guam Speaker Frank Blas Jr., and Congressman John Paul Sablan, and members who are present to offer their respects. Thank you. Lastly, on behalf of the people Diego served so lovingly until the end, I would like to call up Governor David Apatang and Lieutenant Governor Dennis Mendiola to present a plaque on behalf of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. On behalf of the family of the late Diego Roman Tenorio Benavente, we sincerely thank everyone for being here today to honor his life and legacy. In a few moments, the CNMI Honor and Color Guard will retrieve the United States and CNMI flags, signifying the conclusion of the state funeral ceremony. We kindly ask all in attendance to maintain respectful decorum as the late former Lieutenant Governor Benavente is escorted to Mount Carmel Cathedral. Public viewing will take place from 10:30 to 2 p.m. with a Mass of Christian burial beginning promptly at 2. On behalf of Mrs. Victoria Benavente, their children, grandchildren, and loved ones, we thank you for your presence, your love, and your support. Please rise for the retrieval of colors led by the CNMI Honor and Color Guard. Please remain standing as the late Lieutenant Governor Diego Roman Tenorio Benavente is respectfully escorted. We ask all attendees to allow Mrs. Victoria Benavente and family to exit as they accompany him to Mount Carmel Cathedral. This concludes the state funeral ceremony. Suzuos Masi, Gliso, and thank you.
Now the CNMI Color Guard making their way up again, paying their final respects at the casket. Pallbearers there, the family in the background. You just see adjusting the flag. There's Ron making his way up. His brother. Jamie's putting down his boy. Looks like he's going to come over. You know, the state funeral was really well done, and some great remarks from the governor and even Guam Governor Liu. Great job by our CNMI Color Guard. just about the only time, unfortunately, we get to see some of the dress uniforms for DFEMs as well. And they're about to leave the multi-purpose building, followed by the family, followed immediately by Vicky Benavente. Acknowledging the other folks in the room and as she makes her way out. Again, these great images being captured by the folks from Northern Marianas College. Really a treasure for the CNMI to have what they're doing for us with NMC. As they make their way to the hearse and the family makes their way to the vehicles, the entire procession will be following to Mount Carmel, where there will be the viewing. And we'll walk you through again the schedule. Color guard carefully making their way down the stairs. As the family stands by. The kids saying goodbye to their grandpa, his children saying goodbye to their father. His wife saying goodbye to her life partner. And our community saying goodbye to our friend. Those photos. Lovely. The procession will make its way to Mount Carmel. The community will be welcome to join for the viewing and all that. We'll bring you through the program. The 10:30 is when they'll have the responso, followed by the public viewing and last respects. The Mass itself will take place at 2 p.m. and followed by the motorcade making its way up to the public cemetery in Marby. In just a week from now, this site will be more joyous as they do the lighting for the Christmas Village. Department of Public Safety doing another wonderful job of leading procession, clearing the way through all the intersections. These photos. Lynette says he will truly be missed by many around Micronesia. Thank you for your lifetime work to the people. Agree with you, Lynette. You will be missed. All right, the procession has now started to move and make their way through the parking lot. DPS is already holding the traffic on Beach Road. If you're wondering why you've got a backup on Beach Road, Dispensa. But a legend of Micronesia is coming through. Again, the Mass is going to begin at 2 o'clock, and the motorcade up north for the burial will begin at 3:30, and the interment at the Marpee Public Cemetery will be at 4:30. Thank again the great team from NMC for these images. Passing by Joe 10 and now and close to the Saipan Community School. They pass by former Kanoa Resort. Making their way south along Beach Road. They go past. That's Saipan Community Church and Community School. Beautiful open air church and campus. You can see our beautiful ocean and behind there. Beautiful blue waters. Diego, of course, a master fisherman. You can see Buntalan out there. He also helped with legislation to preserve the well-being of the fish in the lagoon. Procession now making its way to Mount Carmel. DPS leading the way. Folks, I want to say thanks for tuning in to watch this and to say goodbye to our friend, and I hope that you leave a comment. The family may watch this later. And whether you're watching on our YouTube channel or watching on our Facebook page or maybe watching on our website right now. You see the color guard standing ready, just snap to attention. There's the body of our late Lieutenant Governor, former Lieutenant Governor, arrives. You can see the motorcycles in the background help trumpet the way for Diego's arrival. And this choreographed so well. Gotta hand it to the folks from the CNMI for really executing this state funeral, bringing some great honor to the family. Now, earlier we were reading the letters from our different leaders, and here's another joint message from our House Speaker and our President of the Senate. It says, on behalf of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature, we're gonna end up losing the feed now. They're gonna end up calling it a day. Some great work by the folks from Northern Marianas College giving us this feed today. Thank you so much. Job well done. Once again, another masterwork from the folks from NMC. I'm going to bid their coverage adieu here shortly as they make their way back to the Multipurpose Center. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and just read a couple of more messages, and we will take your calls if you have any memories that you want to share of our late and former Lieutenant Governor. But we'll read this message here while we're at it here. This is from House Speaker Edmund Villagomez and Senate President Carl King Neighbors. Say, on behalf of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature, it is with profound sorrow and deepest respect that we extend our heartfelt condolences on the passing of a truly dedicated servant leader, the Honorable Diego T. Benavente, to his wife, Vicky, their children, and their grandchildren. May they find comfort in the immeasurable impact of his service and in the outpouring of gratitude from all whose lives he touched. Former Lieutenant Governor Benavente devoted his life to advancing and ensuring the well-being of our Commonwealth. His decades of public service were defined by unwavering dignity, integrity, and steadfast commitment to the people he faithfully served. During his 3 terms as House Speaker, he guided the Commonwealth through pivotal moments with clarity and conviction. His tenure as Lieutenant Governor was likewise distinguished by thoughtful leadership and responsible governance. He stood as a pillar of our community, his deeds speaking louder than words, and laid a foundation of respect and progress that continues to benefit us today. Beyond his official roles, we remember Diego not only for his titles, but for the extraordinary person he was, a compassionate man, a trusted colleague, and a generous mentor to many. His quiet strength and principled approach to public life set a high standard for all who followed. His legacy is firmly etched into the history of the Commonwealth, embodying humility, honor, and selfless service. His life's work leaves an enduring mark on the CNMI and the greater Pacific region. With deepest sympathy and enduring respect, Edmund Villagomez, House Speaker, Carl King Neighbors, Senate President. And this from our Mayor, Ramon R.B. Camacho. In memory of the Honorable Diego Tenorio Benavente, it is with deepest grief and utmost respect that I join the people of Saipan and the Commonwealth in honoring the life and legacy of the late former Lieutenant Governor, the Honorable Diego Tenorio Benavente. On behalf of my wife, Delia, our children, grandchildren, and the office of the Municipality of Saipan, I extend heartfelt condolences to his beloved wife, Mrs. Vicky Benavente, their children, grandchildren, and the entire family. Please know that we share in your sorrow and sadness, while also drawing strength and determination to carry forward his legacy. The Honorable Diego Benavente devoted the greater part of his life to serving the people of the Commonwealth, whom he loved and respected throughout his many years of distinguished public service. From his tenure in the legislature, where he rose to the position of Vice Speaker and Speaker, to his leadership as the 6th Lieutenant Governor of the CNMI, and his steadfast advocacy for youth education and for youth fishing industry. Diego's passion and commitment to the community never wavered. His service touched countless lives and reflected his profound love for the people. The memory and legacy of Diego will forever remain in the hearts and minds of our grateful community and all those who had the honor of serving alongside him. May he rest in eternal peace, and may God grant comfort and strength to all who grieve. That's from our mayor. Now, our mayor is not the only one who wrote a letter. This is from Mayor Edwin Palacios Aldan. He's the mayor of Tinian and Aguiguin. Mayor says, on behalf of the municipality of Tinian and Aguiguin, I extend our deepest condolences to the family of the late former Lieutenant Governor Diego Tenorio Benavente. His passing is a tremendous loss felt deeply across Tinian and throughout the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Former Lieutenant Governor Benavente dedicated much of his life to serving the Commonwealth with honor, humility, and unwavering commitment. From his leadership as Speaker of the House of Representatives to his service as Lieutenant Governor, he played a key role in strengthening services and shaping policies that continue to support families and communities across the islands. His work helped guide the CNMI through moments of challenge and growth, always with the well-being of our people in mind. Yet Diego's legacy extends far beyond the offices he held. He was a devoted husband, a proud father, a loving grandfather, a supportive brother, and a loyal friend to many across Tinian and the Commonwealth. Those who knew him remember his humility, his steady and reassuring presence, and the respect he showed to everyone he encountered. His kindness, compassion, and character left an imprint on families, colleagues, and communities throughout the CNMI. For Tinian, he was a steadfast supporter, someone who understood our island, listened to our concerns, and stood with our community. His leadership helped advance programs, services, and opportunities that continue to benefit our island today. His contribution strengthened not only Tinian, but the entire Commonwealth. As we honor his memory, we reflect on a true public servant, one whose life's work uplifted both Tinian and the Commonwealth, and whose dedication to the Marianas will continue to inspire future generations. His legacy will remain a lasting part of our island's history and of the broader story of the CNMI. To the Benavente family, please accept our heartfelt sympathies. May his love for family, his example of service, and the impact he left on Tinian and the Commonwealth bring you comfort during this difficult time. The municipality of Tinian and Aguiguan joins the entire Commonwealth in honoring a remarkable statesman whose service and leadership will never be forgotten. We also have a message from our Mayor of Rota, Aubrey Hookag. It says, on behalf of the people of Luta, our elders, our families, and our children, I extend our deepest sympathies and heavy hearts as we bid farewell to a true statesman of the Marianas, former Lieutenant Governor Diego Benavente. In the long history of our Commonwealth, there are leaders who hold titles, and then there are leaders who hold the hearts of the people. Diego was undeniably the latter. While the history books will record his tenure as Lieutenant Governor and his years in the legislature as times of political stability and growth, we on Rota remember the man behind the office. We remember a public servant who did not see the ocean channel between Saipan and Rota as a divide, but as a bridge he crossed frequently with open ears and extended hands. Diego understood that the strength of the Commonwealth lay not just in the capital, but in the well-being of every municipality. During his years of service, he was a champion for the specific needs of Rota, whether it was advocating for our infrastructure, supporting our agricultural roots, or simply being present during our island's fiestas and times of hardship. He made the people of Luta feel seen and valued. He carried the concerns of our farmers and our families into the highest halls of government. What made Diego memorable was not just his policies, but his infamaulic spirit, his genuine desire to make things right so that everyone would be able to live in harmony. He possessed a rare humility that allowed him to walk as easily among dignitaries as he did among everyday citizens. He served with a quiet dignity that reminded us that leadership is not about being the loudest voice in the room, but about being the steadiest hand at the wheel. To the Benavente family, thank you for sharing him with us. We know that the time he gave to the CNMI was borrowed from you. Please find comfort in knowing that His legacy is woven into the very fabric of our islands. The municipality of Rota is better today because of his service yesterday. As he makes his final journey home, we pray that the angels welcome him and that our Lord grants him eternal rest. Undankulu natsidus maasitan Diego pari sebitsumu. With profound respect and sympathy, Aubrey Hookug, Mayor of Rota. Our Mayor of the Northern Islands also has this message. On behalf of my wife, our children, and the Northern Mariana Islands communities, we offer our prayers and sympathies to Ms. Benavente, their children, and family. With heartfelt sympathy and prayerful hope, I extend my deepest condolences on the passing of Honorable Lieutenant Governor Diego T. Benavente. Lieutenant Governor Benavente was a devoted public servant and a man of faith whose life reflected the virtues of humility, compassion, and service. His leadership was not only rooted in civic duty, but also in his moral compass, which he upheld with quiet strength and unwavering conviction. His enduring legacy as a servant leader, grounded in faith and compassion, will continue to inspire our Commonwealth and guide future generations. Let us remember Lieutenant Governor Benavente not only as a leader, but as a faithful servant who walked humbly with God. May his soul and the souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Valentino N. Taskin Jr., Mayor of the Northern Mariana Islands. We also have this message from the judiciary. Dear Mrs. Benavente, it is with great sadness that we learned of the passing of your husband, Diego. He dedicated decades of public service to the people of the Commonwealth as Lieutenant Governor, House Speaker, and as a long-standing advocate for good governance. Diego's legacy is marked by a lifetime of steady, conscientious service to the people of the Commonwealth. For more than 20 years, including over a decade in elected office, he brought to public life a rare blend of humility, competence, and unwavering commitment to the people he represented. Even after he stepped away from elected office, his dedication never faltered. In retirement, he continued to advocate for public education, working to ensure that the children of the Commonwealth would inherit a future shaped by opportunity and hope. His passing leaves a void, but his example endures. Our heartfelt condolences go out to you, your family, and to all those whose lives he impacted through his lifelong commitment to public service. Signed by Chief Justice Alejandro Castro, Associate Justice John Magnolia, Associate Justice Perry Enos, Presiding Judge Roberto Naraha, Associate Judge Kenneth Gavendo, Associate Judge Joseph N. Camacho, Associate Judge Teresa Kim Tenorio, and Associate Judge Lillian A. Tenorio. There were many, many letters that came in, including one from the Youth Congress, the Speaker of the Youth Congress, Vinny Sablon. Says the 20th CNMI Youth Congress extends its deepest condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones of the late Honorable Diego Tenorio Benavente, 8th Speaker of the House of Representatives and 6th Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Speaker Benavente served our Commonwealth with distinction as a dedicated member of the House of Representatives, as Speaker for 3 terms, and as Lieutenant Governor. His decades of public service reflected a genuine commitment to the people of the Commonwealth and a steadfast devotion to strengthening our government and our communities. Beyond his many accomplishments in public office, Speaker Benavente was a passionate advocate for the youth of the CNMI. He consistently encouraged young people to reach their full potential, reminding us that the future of the Commonwealth rests in the hands of confident, inspired, and empowered youth. His guidance, mentorship, and belief in the next generation have left a profound impact that will be felt for many years to come. The legacy of Speaker Benavente's leadership, humility, and service will continue to inspire future generations of the CNMI. As we mourn his passing, we honor his life's work and extend our heartfelt prayers for comfort and strength to his family. Vinny Juan Q. Sablon, Speaker of the Youth Congress. We also have a letter from the Governor and Lieutenant Governor of Guam. And Governor Liu addressed this to Governor Apatang. She says, on behalf of the people of Guam, we extend our heartfelt condolences to you, to the Commonwealth, and to the family of former Lieutenant Governor Diego Benavente. His passing is deeply felt across our islands, and we stand with you in honoring a leader who served with sincerity and genuine love for his community. Diego was not only a respected public servant, but someone who many of us knew personally. I came to know him through years of shared work and conversations that always centered on the good of our islands. He carried himself with an easy kindness, the kind that made people feel comfortable and heard. His decision to spend his final months at home surrounded by those he loved was a reflection of the values that guided him throughout his life. Our thoughts are especially with his wife, Vicky, and the entire Benavente family. Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio joins me in offering sympathy to your administration and to the people of the CNMI. Diego's legacy lives on in the relationships he built and the trust he inspired. His life reminds all of us to lead with heart and stay grounded in the people we served. Please know that Guam mourns alongside you. With deepest sympathy, Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero and Joshua F. Tenorio, Governor and Lieutenant Governor of Guam. We also received a letter from the President of Palau, Sarangil Whips, Jr. He says, on behalf of the people of Palau and our entire nation, I extend our deepest condolences and solemn respect on the occasion of the state funeral for the late Lieutenant Governor Diego Tenorio Benavente. His sense of caring for people and the wider community is a legacy that Lieutenant Governor Benavente leaves behind. Indeed, his lifetime of service leaves an indelible mark on the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands and the Pacific family. Through more than 3 decades in public office, including 6 terms in the House of Representatives, years as Speaker, and 4 years as Lieutenant Governor, he tirelessly championed the well-being of his people and the future of your islands. His principled leadership was evident in groundbreaking efforts to modernize waste management, safeguard Saipan's lagoon for future generations, and uphold the integrity of the CNMI in policy and law. He consistently put his community first, earning the respect and admiration of colleagues and citizens alike, and serving as a steady voice of reason, mentor, and friend. Lieutenant Governor Benavente's compassion, wisdom, and unwavering commitment have enriched the CNMI and strengthened the bonds throughout our region. Like so many of the people of the CNMI, Lieutenant Governor Benavente welcomed the people of Palau, welcoming them as they work toward education, find jobs and opportunities, and contribute to their new home. We appreciate him and all of the people of the Marianas for their hospitality. On behalf of the people and government of Palau, First Lady Valerie R. Whips and our family, and myself, our thoughts and prayers join yours and the people of the CNMI as you celebrate his life and honor his passing. May his legacy continue to inspire public service, unity, and hope. Deepest sympathy, Sarangil Whips, Jr., President of the Republic of Palau. Just got a couple more, folks, but I really would love to finish these for you. And this really speaks to who Diego was. And here's a letter from the Office of the Governor from American Samoa. Dear Governor Apatang, It is with profound sadness that I extend, on behalf of the government and people of American Samoa, our deepest condolences to the family of the late Lieutenant Governor Diego Tenorio Benavente and to the Commonwealth of Northern Mariana Islands during this time of mourning. Lieutenant Governor Benavente dedicated his life to public service with integrity, humility, and a steadfast commitment to advancing the well-being of his people. His leadership strengthened the Commonwealth, uplifted communities across the region, and set an enduring example of service guided by compassion and purpose. His legacy stands as a testament to a statesman who served not for recognition, but for the betterment of future generations. As you gather to honor his life during this state funeral, please know that American Samoa stands with you in sorrow and in gratitude for the remarkable contributions he made. May his memory continue to inspire unity, courage, and a shared dedication to the Pacific community he so faithfully served. On behalf of Lieutenant Governor Pulu Mataala and the government of American Samoa and our island home, we extend our heartfelt prayers of comfort to his family and to all those who mourn his passing. May God grant you strength, peace, and solace in the days ahead. Signed, Pula'ali'i Nicolo Pula, Governor. And we'll read the last three. We did previously read the letter from our U.S. Congresswoman Kimberly King Hines, and we have one from the representative from Guam as well, James Moylan. It says, Hafidei Zan Tiro. It is with profound respect and heartfelt sympathy that I join the people of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands in mourning the passing of Lieutenant Governor Diego Tenorio Benavente. His departure is a deep loss not only for the CNMI, but for the entire Marianas, where his leadership, vision, and service helped shape the future of our islands. Lieutenant Governor Benavente devoted his life to the betterment of his community. Across decades of public service, whether in the CNMI legislature or as Lieutenant Governor, he approached every role with humility, steady resolve, and a genuine dedication to those he served. He was known for listening more than he spoke, for grounding decisions in the needs of the people, and for always carrying himself with quiet strength and dignity. His leadership extended far beyond titles or positions. He believed deeply in the importance of self-governance, cultural preservation, and regional cooperation. He championed opportunities for young people, stood firm for the vulnerable, and consistently sought ways to strengthen bonds between Guam and the CNMI. His commitment to unity across the Marianas reflected not only political wisdom, but a deep understanding of our shared heritage and collective future. Lieutenant Governor Benavente leaves behind a legacy of service grounded in integrity, compassion, and sincere love for his islands. His work will continue to resonate through the communities he uplifted and the leaders he inspired. To his family, loved ones, and people of the Commonwealth, I extend my deepest condolences. May you find comfort in the memories you hold, in the lives he touched, and in the lasting impact of his contributions. May his legacy continue to guide and inspire all of us who serve the Marianas. Respectfully, James Moylan, Member of Congress. And this one comes from Washington, D.C., addressed to Vicky. Dear Mrs. Benavente, with profound sorrow, we extend our deepest condolences on the passing of your husband, former Lieutenant Governor Diego T. Benavente. Mr. Benavente's decades of public service left an indelible mark on the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands and the broader Pacific region. From his early days in the CNMI House of Representatives to his tenure as Speaker for 3 terms, and later as Lieutenant Governor, he served with unwavering dedication, humility, and a deep love for his people. His leadership during pivotal moments in the Commonwealth's history, navigating economic transitions, environmental reforms, and federal integration, demonstrated his steadfast commitment to the well-being of the Marianas. We honor his legacy and the many contributions he made to the people of the CNMI. Please know that our thoughts are with you, your family, and the people of the Northern Mariana Islands during this time of mourning. May you find comfort in the outpouring of respect and gratitude from all those whose lives he touched. With deepest sympathy, William Bill Haig, Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary for Insular and International Affairs, and Angel Demapon, Deputy Assistant Secretary for Insular and International Affairs. Finally, we have a letter from the Speaker of the Guam Legislature. To the family of the late former Lieutenant Governor Diego Tenorio Benavente and the people of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. On behalf of the 38th Guam Legislature, and in my capacity as Speaker, I extend my deepest condolences on the passing of the Honorable Diego Tenorio Benavente, former Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Lieutenant Governor Benavente served the Northern Mariana Islands with steadfast dedication, humility, and unwavering commitment to the people he loved so dearly. A distinguished statesman, he devoted many years to public service, championing the needs of the community and embodying the values of leadership that have shaped the progress and identity of the Northern Marianas. His legacy as a longtime advocate for the Commonwealth will forever endure in the institutions he strengthened and the lives he touched. Beyond his public service, Diego was a devoted husband, father, and grandfather whose love for family was evident to all who knew him. He was also a man of many passions, an avid fisherman, a superb golfer, and a proud member of the Republican Party, who found joy in simple moments which bind the people of the Northern Marianas to the land and to the sea. His warmth, humor, and genuine spirit made him not only a respected leader, but a cherished friend to all. While his passing leaves a profound void, the memory of his remarkable life and service will continue to inspire future generations of leaders throughout the Marianas. The people of Guam stand with our brothers and sisters in the Northern Mariana Islands during this difficult time, united in gratitude for all that Lieutenant Governor Benavente worked for. Please accept my sincerest sympathies and prayers for peace and for continued strength in the days ahead. With deepest respect, Frank F. Bloss, Jr., Speaker. You can only hope that somebody can be remembered so fondly, someone that you care about, whether it's you, your parent, your loved one, your child. The outpouring of respect and love for our friend Diego has been somewhat overwhelming. We can only hope that that helps to strengthen the family during this time. But I think they have everything they need together. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to share in this tribute to our friend Diego. And if you have the time to make your way down to Mount Carmel, the public viewing is ongoing, and the mass will begin at 2 o'clock. The procession to Marpy will take place at 3:30, and the interment will be at 4:30. This is your time to say your final goodbyes. And that's about time for us to say goodbye for you today. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for leaving your respects in the comments. I know the family will be watching this later. So thank you, CNMI, and thank you, Diego, for all you did for our community. Thanks for being a friend. Thanks for being a role model for so many of us who call these islands home. Thanks for being a great leader, and take care of your family while you're gone. Take care.